Alright, today we are going to try out the BodyHonee Full Body Hard Wax. So they saw my waxing video and sent this to me, so we are going to try it out on some armpit waxing today. Here's the other side of the box, and then a bunch of our history type of thing. So in the box it comes two cleansing towelettes, the wax itself, and some sticks for waxing, and some instructions. First thing we want to do is warm the wax. Pull the safety seal, put on a microwavable plate, heat it up for 2 minutes, etc., etc. Okay, so I'm used to waxing with a warmer, so I'm a little bit nervous about getting the temperature right from like a microwave standpoint, because I feel like it's going to be either way too hot or not hot enough to do anything. So it says to heat it for 2 minutes, and then if it hasn't thoroughly melted, heat again for 15-second intervals. So let's just try it for 2 minutes. So you remove the lid and the safety seal. So you can see it's totally hard in here, never been used. Place in the center. It says on a plate. Should I actually put it on a plate? I have a bowl in case it for some reason heats over. I'll be back. Alright, so it says if it's not at a gel consistency, so you can see that the middle is super melted, but the outside is still kind of hard. So it says to leave it in the microwave for 1 minute before you take it out and stir it, but then how do you find out if it's the right consistency? So let's try 15 more seconds. Alright, 15 seconds. There, it looks a little bit better. Well, it could be that it's just really liquidy. So let's try this. I'm going to take this out here, and we're just going to stir it a little bit. Yeah, because the edges are super jelly, but the middle is way too hot. Like, see how liquidy that is? That is just asking to be burned, and it's not really going to do anything. The edges might work if we get enough of it off, like that, but that liquidy stuff is going to be way too hot. So now we're just going to have to wait for it to cool for a little bit. So it is 7:55. I'll let you know when I come back to see. 7:56. So we'll give it a few minutes to cool. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes since I took it out of the microwave to let it cool. And it looks like it is more of a gel consistency, not quite as liquidy. So I think I'm going to bring it back to the bathroom and get started with some waxing. Alright, let's go. Okay, so here we are in the bathroom. It did say to do a small test on the inside of your wrist for temperature, so I'm going to get into tank top mode. I've moved the rug away from where I'm standing so that in case I drip anything, the only thing getting dirty is me and not like a bathroom rug or anything, because that stinks. So there I put like a tiny little patch on the inside of my wrist, and that feels fine. So this is the same type of waxing procedure that I did in my big waxing video. It's a hard wax, so you put it on in the direction of hair, wait for it to harden a little bit, and then rip upwards. I've been growing on my armpit hair for a while in preparation of this. So I had been shaving my armpits for a while because, like, since last summer, I think we were going swimming or something on a day that, like, my armpit hair was longer and ready to be, not ready to be waxed, but like close to it. And so I was like, I don't have time to wax, and I don't think it would work, so I shaved them, and I've just been doing it since then for an easiness thing. So it grew in a lot thicker than it did in the last video, so I'll just give you a prep here. It's pretty gross. So it is super thick right now. So I'm excited to get this waxed because it's really gross. So I'm going to start with a glob. I'll just show you the general size. Okay, and I'm going to apply that in a downward motion just on the bottom of my armpit. So far, this is a pretty simple process. It's a bit faster than the warming process. It feels pretty dry already. It's kind of painful when it's thicker hair there. Whew. Okay, so if you want to see the strip, pretty gross. Got quite a bit of hair off of from that one. So you can see that whole section there is now hair free. Okay, ready for the next section? When my hair over here is thinner, I can usually do like 2 sections at a time on my armpit, just because the hair is so thin and it's not painful to do that many. But given that my hair is so thick right now and I'm trying out a new wax, I'm just going to do 1 section at a time. So you flip at the bottom, make sure it's set. Deep breath. Okay, that one didn't get as much. Still quite a bit of hair on there, but a lot still left there. Taking a bit of a thicker piece of wax this time. And I have to redo that other section. So what I do notice is that the popsicle stick is globbing up a lot faster on this one, because on the warmer, the sides are warm and I can kind of scrape it off pretty easily. So I do think I'm going to have to use all 3 of these popsicle sticks. Or waxing sticks, I don't know what you call them. Wooden sticks. This one hurts more than normal, I think, because it's so thick in there. I'm going to do the top section, which the hair goes that way. I'm going to also grab a new stick. So every once in a while you get a little tiny bleed like that one. Not a big deal. Okay. I'm going to do a close-up in this mirror. And it doesn't even look like it's enough hair. Sorry, Cody. It doesn't look like it's enough hair to need to do another round of wax. So I'm just going to get that with a tweezer a little bit later. Because there's only like a few hairs there. It's just that they're so long right now that it looks like more. If you want a close-up. Much better than before. Alright. I do have a numbing spray. I'm going to try that on this one and see if that helps. So this is the GG Anesthetic Numbing Spray. And I usually don't need to use this. But I'm going to try it on this one. You can see it's full-grown bush over there. Alright, I'm going to show you quick. So it's only been, it's like 8:09 or 8:10. So it's been not very long since this came out of the microwave. I'm going to show you what the wax looks like right now. So already you can see it's crusted up quite a bit on the outside. And it looks like it's a lot lower only because there's so much hardened stuff on the outside, but the inside is still a good consistency. So let's start on the next armpit. Again, downward with the direction of hair. Try to wipe off the edge a little bit more this time. Got a little bit on my shirt, that's okay. Ow, that one kind of hurt. So I would not recommend the numbing spray. Oh, ouch. And there's still a bit of stubborn hair there. Again, the scraping it off is not working very well. And I'm on stick number 2. one was very stubborn. Lots of hairs there. I don't know why that hurt so bad though. That, I think there was like a cluster of hairs in one spot maybe. Right in the center there. That did not feel good. Ow. What we do for beauty. Okay, I'm gonna go on the other side. And after this, I'm gonna start a new stick as well. And then there's only a few places left. I just wanna. Yeah, there's still some hairs there. There too. Okay, so I'm going to do a close-up look. There still seems to be a good amount of hair on this one too. Yep, there's a bunch, it looks like, with a growth going this way in a weird spot, and usually I get those on that first pass with my normal wax. So I'm going to try them going this way now. So far, it's a lot. I feel like I'm wasting a lot of wax on the edge of the ring, like the edge of the container. I haven't had to reheat though, and I was really worried that I'd have to reheat something. So that's nice so far. Okay, that one didn't hurt very bad. I'm gonna do another general pass, especially like just down here. I feel like there's a lot of hairs left. Depending on that goes, maybe I'll go back to the other armpit and do another pass there. So then I won't have to tweeze. Because there's just a few left here. Not a ton, but tweezing's inconvenient and not fun. So you might as well get out with wax if you can. Maybe a few up there. Oops. And some wax just fell on the floor, so good thing we moved the rug. Okay, so there I did get some hairs, but that was a weird pass. Okay, so overall there's still a few hairs to tweeze, which I'll get to after this. You don't need to see me tweeze all my hairs that are left. You know, I thought that I would have a lot more difficulty with this given that it's microwavable. Let me just show you the container quick. So that is what we're left with. 3 popsicle sticks that have a lot of wax on them. They are getting stuck to the thing as well. So I've been putting everything on the directions. I should probably have a paper towel there. But there's a lot of wax around the edge too. So like I would definitely have to reheat this. The middle is still that good gel consistency, but the rest is too hard to use. So it's only been about 20 minutes since I took it out of the microwave, but 15 that have been usable minutes since it was too hot right away. So, I mean, for armpits or something, or like for a quick eyebrow wax, this would be okay. If you want to do this anywhere else, like your legs, your bikini area, that'll probably take longer than 15 minutes. So I would not recommend this if you're planning on a big job, because you'd have to reheat it. And then it just gets really inconvenient dealing with all the stuff around it and dealing with really gross popsicle sticks and having to reuse, like use more and more and more. Whereas usually I use like maybe 2 for a large waxing area, and for my armpits I just use one stick. So not that it's like a huge waste, like, oh, 3 sticks, end of the world, but I mean, inconvenient, definitely. So overall, it was a lot easier than I thought it would be, and it did work. I was really worried that it wouldn't even hold up for as long as my armpits are gonna take. And I don't know if it's this wax's fault or just the fault that I haven't done them in a while, but usually when I wax, I get most of the hairs and I only have to tweeze like maybe 3 or 4. In this case, I had to re-wax and probably will have to tweeze quite a few on either side. So that's a little bit frustrating. I don't know if it's the wax's fault, my fault, whatever. And then, you know, it is a lot quicker to microwave versus using the heater and taking like 20 minutes when you do that. But I like the control you have with the heater, knowing it'll stay at that same temperature and you won't have to run all the way back out to the living room. Like say you're doing your bikini area, okay? So you're, you know, down to your nothings and trying to get through this, and then you have to run back out to the kitchen to microwave it. Because I don't think you're gonna be doing a bikini wax in your kitchen. Just my thought. Maybe you will. I don't know. I don't know your life. Convenience, sort of, but sort of not. I'll insert the cost here compared to what the GG wax one cost because I don't know those offhand. And then I think that you waste a lot more product with this too. Just because there's so much left, like there's some on the outside here. There's a bunch left on the sticks. I don't know. I know that it's not a huge deal, but I just don't like to waste product, I guess. So I feel like you're wasting a lot with this one because it gets either caught around the rim and now I either have to like push that down to get the cap back on or even like cut it off or something. I'm not really sure. So that's kind of tough. You know, now it's going to be hard to get the cap on and whatnot. Not a huge deal, but product waste is a little bit frustrating to me. But I hope you enjoyed checking out a new different wax, the BodyHonee wax. They do have a bunch of other different kind of waxes on their website. This is just the one that they thought I would like since I usually use a hard wax. And, you know, for a hard wax, it does, you know, you don't need the strip, whatever. I like using hard wax. Personally, I don't like soft waxes at all, unless someone else is doing it to me. That is fine, but by myself, nope. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them below if I can. Otherwise, I hope this video is enjoyable and taught you something or another, and that you have a really great day. If you want to see more, give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below. See you guys.